back. Having a TV in the bedroom can be a point of contention for some couples, but our next guest says that the ancient art of Feng Shui can actually help you integrate your television with your space. Feng Shui expert Carole Hyder is here to tell us more. And Carole, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Tell us first a little bit about what you do. Do you go into people's homes and kind of consult with the flow of things and how they can get a better vibe going on?
Well, they call me for lots of reasons.
Okay.
There's usually an issue. It could be anything from money. We were just talking about money.
Sure.
Money to health to relationships to jobs. Sometimes people say, I don't even know what's wrong, but something's wrong.
Doesn't feel right.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just moved into a new house. They're building a new house. They're remodeling a house. So there's lots of reasons their space is suddenly coming to the forefront in their mind.
Okay. What do you say to critics who don't believe in Feng Shui or think it's hocus pocus, or how, you know, they don't get that changing things around can really
Well, actually, I run into fewer and fewer of those.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, most people have heard about it. It's starting to get pretty mainstream. Sometimes I'll just have them try it. I'll give them some small suggestion, or you know, there's always that Feng Shui moment when you go into a space and you just like how it feels, and that's what we call a moment in the Feng Shui world. And so sometimes when I explain it from that side, but if somebody just doesn't believe in it, that's not a place for me to be.
Okay.
They wouldn't call me.
Right. And we are here today to talk a little bit about TVs and how that impacts your space and your energy and the whole thing. And before we get into some photos of TVs and some issues that we're going to talk about, this is all reminding me of a book I'm reading called The Secret. The Secret is kind of the big thing these days. And that talks about how our energy, our positive or negative energy, is actually on a frequency. Does Feng Shui play off of those same principles of...
Yes, very much so.
Okay, tell us about that.
Yeah, about intention. Your space is like a metaphor for your life. And so when you look, and so it gives me clues to what's going on. If somebody says, I feel drained, I look for where's the bathroom. If somebody says, I'm burned out, I look for where's the fireplace. And so if somebody has an issue, I have them change something in their environment to give them a new message, more or less.
Sure.
So that if your environment becomes positive, healthy, balanced, eventually you take that on and you become positive.
And tell us how a TV can actually drain somebody's energy.
Yeah, a TV has a positive and negative. Obviously, we like them, or we wouldn't be on television today. So this is a good thing. But televisions can be disruptive, and especially in a bedroom where I see them plunked on a dresser, just sitting there, taking up space. Whether they're on or they're off, they have a tendency to take energy away. And if somebody's trying to sleep in a room where the TV is there, it can be problematic.
Okay.
So I see them sitting on the dresser. I see them oversized, so they're, you know, there's this huge television in the bedroom. They also, in addition to just the metaphysical energy, they have an electromagnetic field that can be measured. There are tools that you can measure this, and it gives out a radiation field. And so when you have a big television in the bedroom, it can indeed impact you on a physical level, and it interrupts sleep, it affects health, it can drain your energy out. And so bottom line, we don't like them in the bedroom. Now, one way to get around that, because some people really do appreciate having it on in the morning or at night, they like to watch a late show, is to have a way to close them off, to put them in an armoire, or to cover them with some fabric or a beautiful scarf so that they're not so present, and get them out of sight. Televisions are also can be problematic in terms of where you put them when you talk about a family room. Because in a family room, if you have a fireplace, that should be the focal point.
What if your fireplace is in a weird spot?
Well, that's an issue, and sometimes you just have to try to balance it out as best you can. But if possible, get the TV by the fireplace so that your focus is always going in the same direction, so you can see the fireplace. A lot of televisions, especially the flat screens, are being installed above the fireplace.
What do you think about that?
I don't have a problem with that.
Even if it's not concealed?
That's right. I really don't have a problem with that. And here's a beautiful shot of a television above the fireplace, and that's fine. But just to have a TV, again, sitting out in a living room, it's like a third person. It's like somebody else is in the room. If it has no way to contain it, it's just sitting there. And so again, in a living room or family room, I suggest, here's a case in point. Here's this big TV. Just kind of sitting there as part of the group. It's part of the conversation. So I suggest, again, some sort of a television armoire, some way to contain it so that it's not taking over the space.
Diminish the presence a little bit. You don't want it to feel like the big elephant in the room.
That's right. That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Right,
well, thank you so much
You're
for coming.
welcome. Thank
I
you.
love this topic. It was great to meet you in person.
Me too.
Okay. For more information about Carole or her upcoming seminars, log on to showcaseminnesota.com and click on View Past Shows.